Hey everyone, let me take you off. Let me take you off stage real quick, Jesse. I'm going to give you a better introduction. Hey everyone, welcome back to our, well, let's go here. 16th, wow, 16 already. 16th weekly call, UpRock weekly calls. Join the Or Revolution. I'm Jen, your host. I'm bringing on stage, dun dun dun, Jesse Adams. Jesse, you're on mute. Let me unmute you. Hey, Jesse.
Hey everyone, cheers.
Hey. Okay, I'm Jen, your host, one of the co-founders of UpRock, and I'm joined with Jesse, our CEO. Christopher is usually here with us, but he's up in the air right now, flying over who knows where. But that's okay. We'll see him next week, and we've got an awesome guest this week, Merango, the man himself, UpRocker, dePioneer extraordinaire. You've probably seen him on Discord. You've certainly seen him on these chats if you've been here, if you've been tuning in every week. So we're very excited to chat with him. But yeah, welcome to number 16.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so, all right, I know I say this every week, but this one is definitely jam-packed. We've got a lot to go over today. So quick look at that. And then I'm going to just run right through this because we've got a lot to do.
Sounds good.
Let's go. Okay, so we have talked about this for the past couple of weeks. Sir Roz, you've seen him in our Discord. The king himself had this great idea a few weeks ago. We noticed that a lot of people were giving great summaries of our live streams. So he said, hey, how about we just reward some people for this? So the idea here is, for the next 24 hours after we do a live stream, we are tracking the best summary threads. 2 to 3 of these threads will be rewarded 1,000 UPT. So take your notes on this and share your summaries on X. Ping us, let us know that you got something up there, and we will select some winners, okay?
Cool.
All right, now that's out of the way. All right, so we talked about a couple weeks ago. Actually, we've probably talked about it for the past few weeks now. PowerPod. So PowerPod and UpRock and dePioneers, they did a dePioneers giveaway, and it was unlike our other giveaways for the dePioneers NFT, where we would do a live drawing at the end of the stream. This one it was a longer duration, so it is over. It will be. I believe we'll do a live call or live drawing, but this one was a longer period in which you could enter. You have till the end of today. So go to PowerPod on X, or go to UpRock.com on X to get some details on that with what you need to do to qualify. And then they will choose the winner. And also Gmeow, impatient investor, Gmeow. All right. Okay. And for those of you who need a reminder on what PowerPod does, PowerPod is a DePIN for EV charging solutions. So it's a great way of making electric vehicles and charging solutions reliable, fast, and accessible.
Yep, they're great. And you can check out our X.com UpRock's link to see more details, but there you see it. So how to enter the raffle. Today's the last day. Like and retweet the announcement. Follow both of the accounts. Download BitGet Wallet. Complete the form. And then secure your spot. 50 exclusive PowerPod whitelist spots are available. So
great. Okay. And Mr. Jet Setter, Jesse, you are finally back home in Seattle. Is that why you have the glasses on? Because you're just so dark under eyes, and you're just traveling so much.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's just nicer to you when you wear these.
That's true.
Yeah, no, it's great to be back. The fall is going to be a big conference time for us. We have Breakpoint, Token 49 in Singapore, Korea Blockchain Week. There's Permissionless coming up in Utah, so it's going to be pretty exciting. But this is a virtual live summit. It's pretty awesome. So it's called DePIN Revolution. Let me show you my quick screenshot, or not screenshot, show you my screen. And you can see, so it's hosted by the Hotspotty team, but really it's a bunch of different DePIN projects. There's only 25 talks involved. You have Ether, EchoSage, GeoNet. Borderless is a major VC fund that's super bullish on DePIN. Their entire fund is about that. So Grass, Filecoin, Osana. I'll be there as well, Ambient. So this is a place where you can talk to founders. It's basically like workshop conferences. get to know each project in more detail, get tips and advice on how to mine and get the most out of these DePIN projects. And also, there's so much out there that this is a curated list, so you can really learn about really quality projects. So signups are available today. Go to that link we shared. Use the dePioneer cat promo code, and you can get 75% off, right?
I thought it was 50%.
Oh, sorry, 50%. Okay, let me stop my screen sharing and go this one.
Great.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, actually, no, 75% for dePioneers. So we're going to use that code. Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. Okay. Hey, real quick. That's really great. So folks, sign up for that. And we'll see you virtually there. Yep. Just you are doing it. You're speaking. So yes. If you want to hear more from Heart Eyes himself, then tune in. Hey, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Aziz Fabulous. They're new. Everyone give them a hello. Hi, Wave. Welcome here. Glad to have you here. All right. Moving on. Messari came out with this report on DePIN Sector Map. Jess, you want to give us a bit of a
so fun fact. Messari is like a research firm, and they do they have these kind of industry reports they put out. They're the company that actually coined the term DePIN. They're actually the ones that made that term just catch like wildfire. And so they tend to put out these reports, and they're very in depth. They're great. So you should, if you're interested in DePIN, you should check them out. They just came up with a DePIN sector map, and great to see UpRock was placed in the bandwidth, the networks, and AI data layer section. But yeah, another place where you can just learn about all the different DePIN projects that are out there, the different categories and sectors that they're involved in, and what kind of problems they're solving. And there's 78 projects that you can look at on Solana alone. So there you have it.
Great.
It's just continuing to grow.
I'm sorry?
It's just continuing to grow.
LFG,
it's more than a narrative. It's growing really well because it's a very effective way of onboarding people and incentivizing large groups of people to contribute their time and resources to build something cool. So that's what DePIN, why it's so amazing and why so many projects are having success with it.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's safe to assume we're all DePIN.
Yeah.
Not
DePIN. Yeah.
Okay, and let's get some product updates. Okay, so I'm going to let Jesse do the update on device verification and the desktop app, the progress with that. But I owe you all some V1 staking mockups. And you know what? I don't know where I don't see the dear friend who reminded me last week that I was late on this. I was hoping they would be here so they could see, but hopefully he catches it or they catch it in the replay. But okay, so staking V1 staking. Okay, so here we got for mobile first. So we developed this. We got a lot of help with developing this with our community. So our Rocketeers, our mods, people just in our Discord who are part of our co-building the future, so our Contribute to Earn initiative. And our first task was V1 staking. And so here's what we've come up with. Let me go into a bigger screen here. So what this is a little bit different for maybe you might have seen in other staking. And again, remember, this is just V1. So what we're doing is we have four durations. And so, but they're flexible. So you could do 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And depending on what you do, then your rewards are higher. So the longer you stake, the higher your rewards. And so the rewards are things like you could get double your staked earnings. So you could get a 2 times multiplier, 1.5 multiplier, 1.2 multiplier. You can have boosted earnings. So if you stake between like let's say 1,000 to 5,000, 4,099 UPT or 4,999 UPT, then you get a 2% boost. If you do 5,000 to 14,999, you get a 5% boost. And if you do 15,000 plus UPT, you get a 10% boost. Things like the APY are also something to consider. For example, with the 12-month, you'll get I believe it's a 80% APY. But then you go down to 6 months, it goes down to 35. So you're really incentivized we want to incentivize you, encourage you for long-term staking. It helps us grow, helps us scale. We're doing it together. So this is the first version. This is already in development. We also have unstaking. Now, again, because the rewards are so high on this, we really want to try to give you some really great things, reasons to stake. There will be a penalty if you pick something that you end up not wanting to do. But you can also do partial unstakes, so you don't have to do the whole thing. You can say like, hey, I need some of my UPT back. You can do a partial unstake. I don't have space to do all of the desktop screenshots, so I just narrowed it down to 3. The desktop so everything is in development. We'll probably see desktop first. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out on our Discord and our X, but we'll definitely give you a lot of communication of when that's ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
The goal is August. Like we're pushing this to finish this in this month.
Yes. And speaking of which, so we have our next initiative, our next focus areas. There's 3 things: UPT utility, onboarding more Web2 users, better Web3 communication, and this fun one we're calling keep doing, do better, stop doing. And I know that sounds really funny, but this is basically you telling us, stop that, we don't like it, don't do that one anymore, just knock it off, like whatever, do something else, let's move on. Keep going, because we love that encouragement. Or you could do a little bit better with this. Okay, so this stuff is really great because when you're like building when you're building, sometimes it's hard to know when to stop, when it's like, okay, that thing is not working out. And so it's really helpful to have the community tell us like, I really appreciate the effort, but you're good. So I like that a lot.
The slogan is a little clunky. It kind of reminds me of like make America great again. Had a baby with Build Back Better. with keep hodling. They all got drunk and had a baby. That's what it sounds like. So it's a little clumsy.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we could just call it stop, like SHTAP.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway.
We like this real time. I mean, sometimes we have to risk being not understood because we have a vision for something. We had to finish to the end and actually get the real feedback. But a lot of times, just building in real time with community it's really awesome. And that's the staking V1 is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. And if you want a quick stab at it, if you guys don't like the keep doing, do better, stop doing, although I really like it, you're more than welcome to focus on that one first. But anyway, that's actually not the what we're doing here. I have more on that. So let's go into each one. So first we have this awesome suggestion for a mystery box. So if you are a millennial like myself, an elder millennial, I grew up in the 90s. I did not have a Tamagotchi. We could not afford one, but I had a lot of friends who had Tamagotchis. And so do you guys know what that is? You guys familiar with the Tamagotchi? It's this little like keychain virtual pet. It's all like little pixels, and you just kind of had to feed it every day, or just take care of it. So anyway, Mr. Empty had this great suggestion that we add some gamification features in UpRock, the applications, like NFTs that give you small boosts to your rewards, or in-app raffles where you can win really cool stuff. But here's the part that I love. What if Rocket, our mascot, our little golden retriever, or yellow lab, was a little virtual pet. So imagine you have your little Rocket dog, he's a little puppy in your app, and you can feed him and he can grow just like our little Tamagotchis of yore. And you feed him enough and maybe it launches a burst of rewards for everybody. Ideas like this are just like so much fun, and they're a great way of engaging our users of all ages. And plus, we could team up with partners to offer like cool rewards, discounts, exclusive deals, exclusive items. I think this one could be a great blast from the past, and it could really take us back to the good old days of fun little pocket pets. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that where it could actually come to life, or maybe a small version of it, could be when we actually finally introduce the Rocket as a kind of an AI chat agent to provide like AI powered customer support. So if you have questions about the UpRock wallet, we want to make that fun and engaging. So actually being reward you where the live chat feels more personal, more human-like. That's what AI enables. That's why it's so awesome, right? And so we love the rocket because the dog is everyone's man's best friend. But just making that gamified. So like being able to, if you throw a bone to the UpRock rocket or just chat with it, that adds to your staking. That could be cool. But just incentivizing interaction, because the more you interact with the chat, better, probably get more insights on how to build their product better to provide a better customer support channel that way. And so that could be cool if you apply it in that feature.
Yeah, that's a great one. Folks, let us know what you think about that. Corey, I see that you said that your Tamagotchi died. Tamagotchi? It died. All right, well, if this comes out, you better not kill Rocket.
Oh.
We're going to come for you.
Yeah, yes. Speaking of...
Okay.
Corey just mentioned up there too. Speaking of customer feedback, let me just answer this quick. Yeah, this is not possible, but eventually we will. We will make it easy for you to connect your wallet so that you can withdraw, add, buy, and we'll support third-party wallets in the future. So just right now, our main priority today is being able to stake UPT, buy UPT, make in-app purchases with UPT within the UI, and then but we do want to actually support this where you can actually transfer to your third-party wallet without that would be a lot easier if you can connect your wallet instead of having to like manually paste in a wallet address, right?
Yeah. And you know what, folks? Just to give me a reminder, because I'm going to go through a couple more of these new focus areas, but I totally overspoke. I just took up the airtime, and I forgot to give you your airtime to give us the update on the Linux and the desktop apps. So we will get back to that, which is just going to be in a couple slides from now.
Oh, that's fine. No worries.
Okay. So next we have onboarding Web 2 users. So here's another great suggestion. So onboarding Web 2 users has been a really big focus for us. We have our whole sign up, our own onboarding process for the apps where you can download the application, you can sign up, and you can start earning UPT in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes actually. So we really are like, this is a great one for us, and it's definitely something that we're thinking about a lot. But this is a great suggestion from, who do we have here? From Ephra and Lauren discussing 5-minute short videos on topics like crypto, DePIN, and AI. And these videos would be super easy to understand and making them perfect for anyone who's new to the space. Plus, if we can make them available in multiple languages, then we can reach a global audience. So they're thinking, what if we use Rocket, the mascot, this cute little puppy, to explain these concepts in a fun and relatable way? And this can really help people to connect with what we're doing, drive home the impact that UpRock is making, and we could make some engaging videos. In fact, I think we talked to the Rocketeer the UpRocker that we talked to last week, who's really into who has the experience with 2D animation. I mean, I think that tapping into our community, maybe we can work on something together. That would be a great step. Anyway, I really love this suggestion. That's why I found these slides showing real tangible value that UpRock is creating and making it fun and accessible for Web 2 people. Like we said during before our TGE, it's like onboard your grandmas. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to onboard everybody, or as many people as we can, make it very accessible and easy to understand, and so easy, so effortlessly designed in every way that you don't even really need to understand how the vehicle works, just that it gets you where you want to go. Anyway, thoughts on that?
And you know what? Also, too, is with some of the AI tools, I haven't tried them ourselves. We're looking into them as a team, but for localization, you guys might have seen the AI demos of you upload a one language version of a video, then you run it through this kind of AI tool, and it will actually auto translate and even kind of refix your lips to match the new language. So it could be an interesting way of like when you have one good quality script written by a human, and then and who knows, maybe, I'm not sure if they work well yet, but it's something to explore, like being able to scale and have the same video translated in auto localized in many languages would be great. And by the way, even our client, if we already have those set up to be localized too, we just haven't done it yet, but the back end, it's all set up to actually support multiple localized strings, localized languages, different languages essentially. So that's an area where I think it'd be great for the community to also help translate the clients, translate the apps in different languages, and make sure all the nuances of each culture is respected and all that.
Yeah. We definitely did that a lot in our past companies. So we had a comic book reader where we would take Japanese manga and translate it into English, and that we tapped into the community for that, and that was so we have experience with building those localization platforms internally, and really had great success with working with the community on translating.
Yep.
Okay, so next one, we've got Web3 communication. So Roz is, you've seen him a lot on our Discord. You may see him here, unless he's under the UpRock handle on the chat here. But Roz puts out for example, put out this social media post. But before he posted it, asked for the community's feedback. And I think this is a really great way of getting everybody engaged. And we're a community, so it's great to have the community put their input on communication. So that's I really like that a lot. And so you'll start seeing more of that from Roz, and help us find our voice, or hone our voice. All right, next one. Now here is the keep doing, do better, stop doing. KDDBSD.
Make crypto build back better again.
Okay, so I love this one. Okay, so great insights here from Merango. You will see him shortly after Jesse gives us our updates on the desktop app. And you've certainly seen him on the chats here and in Discord if you're there. But great insights from Merango on how we can really help UpRock grow. First suggested having more real testers or real users in our testing process, not just our in-house team. And that sounds great, because we have a lot to test and we put out a lot of updates. So having more eyes on it would be wonderful. It also means that we'll have more devices to test on as we roll out updates. So it could really help us fine tune things. Suggested that we could have a locked Telegram chat or a special Discord section for serious testers only, to share their feedback with us. And I think that's very important too, because you want people who are, maybe not necessarily a lot of experience with QA or testing, but just somebody who's really invested in what we're building and is here longer term and understands what we're building, because everything is coming out in iterations. And Merango pointed out that we need to roll out our desktop app now, and I totally feel you. We need to have it really soon, and it is coming. We are working on it. Barna, our team, our 2 new hires have been working on that, and they're really kicking ass, moving fast. It's a big application to make. So there is obviously, as you pointed out, there's a huge community for desktop and PC users who could contribute their resources and earn passive income, which would be a huge boost for UpRock. And we bring these guys on board, or these folks on board, expand our reach, maximize the compute power available to us in the network. So awesome suggestions on how to take UpRock to the next level. When we have Merango on board in a few minutes, he'll probably go into more detail on his thoughts there. But anything else you want to add on that, Chess?
No, just keep it coming. Thanks for all the feedback.
Yep. Okay, so let's go back to this product update, because we owe this. So what do we got for desktop?
Yeah, so speaking of having more testers, so we did actually, it wasn't private beta. We have a group of about 20 people who test the Windows and Linux app. It wasn't quite ready, so this is the reason why it's delayed. I think we'll also, I still feel confident that we'll get it done by August, maybe next week. We just saw the update modal working today, so that looks pretty good. So just a reminder, the Mac app currently has a different code base. What we're doing right now is we have to rebuild the Mac app so that the Mac, Windows, and Linux kind of share the same code base, so it's just a lot faster to deploy. And so the Mac app, you're going to see an update, but it's almost going to look like the same. But under the hood, it's actually totally different. And then that will actually support ongoing, be able to update all 3 desktop apps a lot faster. So that is coming. So I still feel confident this will be done in August. You haven't seen it yet because we did have a very small private beta testing group. We should open up that more so more people can try it. But that's where it's at. So it's like almost there.
Okay, great. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, now let us bring Let me go back to the slide that we were supposed to be on. Okay, let's bring Merango extraordinaire on stage. Hey.
Hello. Good evening. How is everybody?
Good.
Hey, welcome.
My camera may come on at some point. I just got terrible bandwidth here at the moment, and I'm reserving that for my app. So that comes first, unfortunately.
Are you earning UPT on that app?
I am indeed, yes. And so my kids.
Wonderful.
My family's involved.
Oh, nice. So you definitely proof is in the pudding when it comes to like onboarding the Web2 users. Well, I mean, I shouldn't assume that your family's all Web2 users, but you know.
Well, I'll touch on that in a bit, yeah. But my sister's not totally savvy IT wise, but yeah, I'm struggling with her.
Okay, well, how about you go into it? Merango, tell us who you are. Love to hear about you in your own words.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, and everybody on the community that sort of I've engaged with. So my background really is I've had a career spanning IT for about 30 years now, starting right at the bottom, first line, second line, right up to sort of data center server management for some very large global companies. Sort of settled in on a sales account management role now in the UK. Part karma, pace of life, enjoying the normal working hours. I'm far too old for those 18 to 24-hour shifts, when servers crash. But it's been a great career for me. Traveled the world, spent the last 14 years in Australia. Came back to see friends and family, but I'm probably looking to move back to Oz. All depends on how I do in crypto in the next couple of years, so we'll see. So for me, I sort of started in crypto fairly new, so looked into it seriously around October last year. It was all still very new to me, unlike what a lot of people in the Discord channels have been in this space for many, many years, seen a couple of bull runs over their time. But obviously they've got a wealth of experience, so it's certainly great to be able to sort of learn from them and see trends and read the markets. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So for me, I was looking to see if there was a way to sort of earn a token or this crypto dream of mining through apps or donating compute. It was very similar to a cancer research project I worked on about 15 years ago. They gave you an app to download onto your PC. You basically crunched a load of numbers that formed part of a bigger maths tasks, and you were rewarded with gift cards and vouchers because obviously crypto wasn't really a thing back then. Yeah. So it was very similar, like you had rewards to earn, which is fantastic. And that led me into learning about Grass and Koi and now Ore, and obviously UpRock. And obviously I've been mining and running nodes since sort of late last year. And then a few people sort of in the Discord channels mentioned UpRock and the TGE and everything. So I thought, well, let's go and have a look. Found the project, thought it was absolutely fantastic, great potential. So I managed to get in early on the TGE with a small bag of UPT, and I've been sort of buying it steadily, regularly ever since to support the project. So I think there's got a lot of legs on it. And for me, I just need that UpRock app adding to my mining rig. So no pressure on Chris. That deployed. But yeah, I spent a lot of time reading up on blockchains, projects, coins, tokenomics. Still playing catch up with a lot of guys out there. They've got a huge amount of experience. I still feel like a noob there, but I found some decent altcoins, invested in a nice niche portfolio for myself for the long term. And I think UPT is now my third largest bag I'm holding. And I'm obviously looking forward to staking it now. That's a possibility once it goes live. And then, I enjoy a bit of futures trading, mostly for the pocket money, but that's allowed me to build up a nice collection of dePioneers Space Cat NFTs. And I'm certainly planning on buying a lot more. So yeah, that's sort of a little bit about my background. I'm still sort of navigating my way through the crypto madness.
Cool. Oh wow, yeah. Well, thank you for that. And thank you for being for supporting us in more ways than one with being an early buyer, and also with all the help that you've given us with the Contribute to Earn program. Like really, that was like really great insight that you gave us, and then what we shared earlier. Yep. And I love your space cat here.
Yeah. So for me, I think just touching on some of the slides, the data mining and the data collection space has such huge scope potential. And whether you talk about every device on a 5G connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, it's always talking to something. It's sharing that information. It's sending and receiving data. So it's collecting that data, as Jesse said in previous chats, if you can capture that data and information and challenge it freely to allow new projects to make use of it without the big player restrictions and censorship that we currently have, it's certainly going to breathe a breath of fresh air into the market sector that we sorely need, you know. And then probably that leads to the ability for users and their apps to earn tokens for sharing that data, that compute or storage through the mobile app, browser extension, performing tasks, which we'll get from the app eventually, and the desktop app. You know, it's the best part of the appeal for me, that you can earn that passive income for giving up some mobile or compute resources. You know, it's a win-win. And certainly as the space grows, there's going to be more and more opportunities to take part in airdrops, mine and earn tokens. And that can only be a good positive step forward for the DePIN as a whole, you know. And Jesse, you touched on those 78 projects that are on the Solana blockchain. So, you know, good things are certainly coming for sure. You know, I will be honest, I spend a lot of my time in the dePioneers Discord, more so than the UpRock one, with everything going on the DAO, the council roles, the token pool discussions and things. And, you know, there's just some amazing, clever people in there. Yeah. Certainly a lot of it's way beyond me and my understanding, you know, about the setting up of the council, but it's always a learning experience for me and absorbing what they've got to share. And yeah, we have a good laugh as well, which is also important. But UpRock being my first big investment in this space, you know, I'll do what I can to help out, even if it's just providing some ideas.
Yeah, awesome.
Were your first investment in the DePIN space, or really?
Yeah, pretty much so. My portfolio is spread across non-AI, but I've now started moving into it early part of this year. I'd say, yeah, UPT is definitely up there with one of my large bags. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, you just totally get it. The kind of decentralized data reward network is where it's at. I mean, we kind of think of like a dream scenario is you have one API that turns the internet into a real-time queryable database for small businesses, entrepreneurs to access like local data at scale, you know, and that's how you're going to have amazing output with AI insights if you have really amazing input, and it's powered by the people. So everyone's incentivized to provide really great data and get paid for it. And then the companies, creators, small businesses can actually get like that local data at scale, which is hard to do right today. And that's what you need for your AI agents, bots, whatever you're going to use in the future to give yourself superpower or be more competitive in your business. You're going to need that data to be able to make better informed decisions with the help of whatever AI tools you're using. And so, yeah, so I really appreciate your comments, because that's exactly the vision about it, and that's the problem we're solving. So yeah, thanks for your support.
Yeah, and that, you know, I love the ability where people can mine tokens using their mobile phone or a desktop app. You know, most of them sit there idle for most of the time during the day. I don't think anyone's computer runs 100% all the time, you know, and you run those tasks for UPT rewards. You know, with data being the most sought after commodity at the moment, certainly if DePIN's the vehicle to give that incentive for people to contribute. Real world networks, integration into real world data collection, you know, weather systems, traffic flow monitoring, mobile network coverage, heat maps. It enables so many new projects out there to have access to that data to build out some amazing stuff to benefit us all. I just can't wait to be part of it. So yeah, brilliant.
Cool.
Great, wonderful. All right, well, folks, give Merango a follow on X. Am I saying Merango, or is it Merango? Or
no, it's Merango. It's an odd name. It was given to me with a girlfriend when I travelled to Busch Gardens in America. Don't ask me why. It's stuck from the days gone by. So yeah, weird, but I've stuck with it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So Merango 75 on X. Or hop on to our Discord, so dePioneers Discord or the UpRock Discord, and say hi there. And I'm sure we'll see you in our chat here next week, because you always give us such great comments, and it's really fun to see you in the chat on the live stream. So no pressure. You don't have to be here next week if you're busy, but looking forward to seeing you.
Can I just give a quick shout out to the admins and mods on both the Discord servers? They know who they are.
Oh yeah.
But a special mention to Fan. He's an absolute machine of a human being, and I can't understand how he has so much energy and can function day to day, but he's doing some great work over at dePioneers. And a big shout out to the whole community. You know, this is what we're all about, you know, sharing those experiences and ideas and making it home to work together to keep these projects moving forward. And Raz, he asked me to say how great it was, but the jury's still out on that one, so he'll have to wait.
Yeah, actually, absolutely right. You're right. A huge shout out for everybody in Discord, in the community, and too fun. I mean, I swear that guy doesn't sleep. I mean, DePIN is a hell of a drug, folks. It'll keep you up.
It's that Turkish coffee. They put crack in it, I think.
Well, I think we all need a visit at some point, I think.
Yeah.
You know, You know the Turkish sharpshooter. That's too fun. That's our too fun.
In his spare time, right?
Just chill, always bullseye, bam. You know, yeah.
It never misses.
I really appreciate the opportunity to come on and have a chat, and yeah, I hope I didn't take up too much time.
Yeah, no worries, man. No, you didn't. Thank you for your feedback.
No worries, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yep.
Okay. You know, we did have a question, Jess, about any update on device verification. I think did you mention that?
Yeah. That's actually all work. That's all happening. It's work in progress. By the way, it doesn't require any user feedback. We want to be clear about that. It's just in the background because it's a 7-day test period. The UI doesn't reflect it yet, but we're actually running tests already. We've implemented a few things in the client already. We're not going to actually obviously publicly reveal what the tests are so that the scammers out there can try to get around it. So that part will be private, but essentially kind of the idea of it is it's a 7-day test period. Whenever you want to bring a new real device online, you will continue to earn tokens. You won't be able to claim them until we can confirm it's a real device. So over that 7-day test period, we're sending tests that only real device can actually solve. Like the input that we need to see from the real device, it can only come from a real device. And so if it does over that 7-day period, and we're doing the tests daily, then we can verify it, with a good amount of probability that it's a real device. Then it becomes verified, and then the tokens you've earned over that 7-day period will be able to be claimed and put in your main wallet. So that's the process. But right now in the background, we're doing things. So you're going to start seeing UI updates of that. But even when you do see the UI updates, as far as the customer's concerned, and what you have to do is nothing. We want to make sure it's very passive. We just want at least you can see in UI like what's happening, what is the status, what's pending, etc.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right, thank you for that update. Let's bring this back up. Okay, so moving on, folks, we've got an update on the DATS airdrop. So if you were tuning in on the past few streams, you know that DATS has generously offered a 250,000 DATS airdrop to UpRockers, and there was two ways that there's a two-prong way to be eligible for that. That campaign is now over as of the 11th. And so anyone who is eligible will get their share of the 250,000 DATS airdrop, and it will be coming into your wallet soon. So not much to say here other than, keep an eye out. You'll start seeing some DATS in your wallets pretty soon. All right. And thank you for participating.
Yep.
And we've got more to come. I know that some people were like, oh, I missed the first part of it, and they were a bit bummed out about it, but don't worry about it. We got more airdrops, more exclusive deals coming. So that was just the first one.
And also, DATS is one of our actual DePIN partners. They're going to send cybersecurity tasks through the UpRock network. So you're going to earn DATS tokens for helping make the internet more secure and safe. Some of the projects, and the DATS project company, they have major clients like a bank in Turkey. A lot of companies hire them to basically provide cybersecurity products support. So no matter what, the UpRock community will be earning DATS on mobile a lot easier too. Coming soon.
Yep. Great. Okay. Now moving on. Last week, Jess, you mentioned OR, and then we asked the viewers in the community, should we start stress testing Solana with OR? And the answer was a resounding yes. So you want OR? You got OR. Huge shout out to the team, like Reka, Tufan, Redbot, everybody. Getting this out, this is incredible. That was a 1-week turnaround. So tell us more about the OR revolution, the joint OR revolution.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard about OR is kind of dubbed the Bitcoin of Solana. It's a proof of work token. It's still a regular token, but the mechanism is a proof of work token on Solana. It's 21 million coins, just like Bitcoin. And you have to mine it. And today, to mine it on mobile is quite difficult. They have instructions on how to do that on desktop, but a lot of people have trouble doing it on mobile. This is our superpower mobile. And so we actually just, since the community said we love to see that happen, we worked on it the past week. We actually sent a successful transaction just yesterday. And so you're gonna start seeing this live in the Android app only. We're not gonna do an iPhone because iPhone mining tokens directly. I mean, this is actually mining OR directly on chain. With Apple, we're too worried that they're going to. I think they're just a little too strict on that, and we do not want to get blocked or banned from the Apple App Store. So it's too dangerous to do it there. Android is way more open, so we're going to do it there. We did have a couple of questions on this last week. Like people are saying, is it going to be worth the cost to do so? And this is true because Android, as we know, is not like iPhone where there's like only a few different versions of iPhones out there. Android has so many, and there's so many versions, so many types, and low-end to high-end devices. Yeah, if you're a low-end or like a cheaper Android device, then it will actually might cost a lot more money for you to actually run it. This is definitely an issue. However, for us, our first iteration, we're going to cover the cost of this because we just want to get it out there and test and stress test Solana. It's a really great way to actually do so. And it's a really good showcase of DePIN. Reason why it stress tests Solana, if you want to use, let's say, if you want to use a Solana RPC, the public RPCs, they all have a kind of a different rate limits. And if you were to use public RPCs, they do hit them pretty hard because you're just pounding the first few that you're using. If you're like just an individual miner, in this case, we can send the tasks out to multiple different devices, so they don't hit the actual public RPC limits. We're also having our own servers we're running as well, so it's going to be kind of balanced between the two, and that's how we can really stress test Solana, make the Solana ecosystem stronger, and it's also a really strong DePIN use case where we're taking this permissionless project where you can mine tokens, right? And we're going to say it's a really powerful use case of a distributed, like more heavy on-chain tasks that we're sending out to users to mine on-chain token. So I think it's a powerful use case of DePIN. This lays the groundwork for us to be able to do this for other projects. So if you want to stress test your network through a DePIN network, this is the work we have to do to get to that level where anyone can do this. The next version of this is get back to is it worth it versus the cost. We are going to create our own mining pool for this. So currently, like the first version is going to be everyone's mining. Some devices that are a little poorer will stop because it will cost too much, but our API will prevent them from burning too much money. And again, we're going to cover the cost, but eventually we'll have a mechanism where all the devices work on the kind of same mining pool. So essentially the same challenge together. And as a few succeed, we push the best one to the chain. And this is why it's called mining pool. And then, so as rewards come, the community works together in a mining pool together. As the rewards get earned and won, then that goes back to the mining pool and shared with the UpRock community. So this is how we're going to solve that eventually. We might even do this. I know the OR community, the Chads over there at OR, I know they're working on mining pool too. We might get there faster maybe. And we have, again, like over 1 million devices on Android. So we're not going to auto turn this on. You have to opt in. So Jen, if you want to share that screen.
Yeah. Up next, we've got here.
Yeah. So we're not going to auto turn it on for everyone. We want this to be opt-in. So soon you're going to just see a card that says go to settings and turn on heavy tasks. Now, some devices, this may or may not eat more of your battery power. So this is the reason why I want to explain it and turn on. We want your feedback. If it feels like it is consuming more energy, if you don't care about that, if it's plugged in, you want to earn more, or this is a really great way to earn more passive income, definitely, and also help stress test Solana. And it's a really awesome use case for DePIN because it is a distributed compute. Basically, this is a powerful use case how you distribute compute around the world and earn rewards for it. So yeah, you'll see it. Just hit settings, enable heavy tasks, and you can help start mining ore for the community.
Great. Okay. Before we move on, Corey asked a question about OR for dePioneer cats. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Jesse, for let's mine more OR. Before we move on to dePioneer cats, and I'm going to segue into that with Corey's question, AJ right before had a question about DATs. Let's go back to DATs right quick. There was a question of there was a strange drop in percentage in some people had experienced during the challenge. Is wondering if that has been resolved. Do you have any update on that one?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was during. So also the other thing is, while there was the iOS update that went out during the uptime section, the uptime phase, we were still tracking your uptime on that. So even though you did have the interface that showed that you were participating in it, if you had finished if you had gotten all set up, you didn't have the update for the iOS app, you still had the interface. I'm not sure, AJ, if you're talking about an iOS device, but there are some challenges with iOS running in the background, which we talked about last week, and this is just a iOS thing. This is just an Apple thing. So we had some suggestions on that. And while the campaign is over now for future campaigns, and also just for your earnings on iOS, there are some things that you can do to like keep waking it up. Things like for example, I have an iPhone and I have the widget installed, and I have my notifications installed. So if it stops running in the background, I get like a notification, or I get every 4 hours like a reminder, hey, just open this up, back up again. But is there anything else, Jess, that you wanted to mention on that?
I have a feeling it was that, because even though the UI might have looked funky, we were still tracking the uptime in our system. So the UI was to just show you what's happening, and so I'm guessing that's what it was. All the issues we've heard about that came down to that issue. So if it is something different, then I definitely create a ticket, and we should share that feedback with DATS as well, because this is a new project for them, the desktop app, and they need to also improve as we are trying to improve.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If it was a DATS, if it's about DATS uptime, then yeah, we should talk to DATS about that, because our uptime is different than theirs, which was part of the challenge. You have uptime on theirs and uptime on ours. So okay, so let's go on to. Okay, so Corey asked, can we get ore for dePioneer cats? And so I guess this is the perfect time to just move on to dePioneer updates. Can we answer that question real quick?
Well, so we're not going to be able to. The only way you can get ore is to mine it. It is a proof of work project. So, you have to mine it. It's proof of work, just like Bitcoin. That's the whole point. And so, you can go, the main thing is dePioneer cats together could create a mining pool, maybe if they have more rules. But UpRock is making that so simple on your mobile device, besides iPhone. And I think we'll probably add it to desktop when the desktop apps are ready, but that is lower priority. I think we have so many devices on the Android ecosystem, over 1 million installed, that we can really be the largest mining pool for ore, and which is pretty cool. And the more people turn it on, it's going to be a pretty amazing way to stress test Solana, which is good for the network. They really Ore did this before. They brought it down, and Solana, the awesome devs over there, can continually improve and fix it. So that's what it's good for. And also, if you really want to have a DePIN powered or people powered distributed compute network, these are the things you have to do. Like if you want to actually send real on-chain tasks where people can earn and directly interact with the blockchain and earn and do meaningful tasks, right? Whether it's proof of work or any other kind of data task, bandwidth, compute, etc. You want to be able to test it and make sure it works across many RPC providers, including the Solana public RPCs. And so we have the scale to do that today, more so than any other. I think any other project, because we're, like I said, once this is on, you are directly mining ore from your mobile device on Android. So that's probably the best way for dePioneer cats to do it. Just install the app and work together to be part of the mining pool.
Great. All right. Thanks for addressing that one. Why don't you get into some dePioneers updates? Our first one here. Look at those pretty numbers. Pretty colors.
Shout out. First of all, shout out to Gunay. Just like Tufan, he's a machine. He's new to the UpRock team, but he's kicking ass in the dePioneer Cats project, building a lot of cool bots and features to, just keep the project moving. So he created a dashboard here. You can see all the stats, the TVL, if you go to dePioneers Cats, dePioneers.com, you can go to the dashboard. You can see this. This is his work, Gunay. He's also in the Discord, so give him a shout out. Woo!
Yeah. Guney.sol, Gunay. Anyway, we'll show him, and we'll do a little bit more about that. But yeah, that looks great. I mean, gosh, he's so fast. Everyone's so fast. I love it.
Just go to dePioneers.com, and then you'll see on the top right stats. Hit that, and you'll see this kind of a dashboard powered by Grafana. And you can see all the different performance, the DAO reserve, etc. So we just want to be very transparent and give you more tools so people can track the project and all the tokens inside.
Okay, great. And so now we have also got this. Let me make this one bigger because there's quite a bit here. We've got this super cool dePioneers bot now.
Yeah, so we have, again, he's building some cool bots, so anyone can just check the stats of the project, see how the bundle of tokens are doing. So you have, you can do exclamation pool. That's a little command in the Discord that opens the bot to see what's in the pool, the pool data, you know, how much, the amount, the sold value, UST value, etc. Same with sum, so you can see kind of a total of the NFT in circulation, liquidation prices, reminting prices, total value locked. He's also currently working on 2 other things. You know, people are constantly wondering who are the current partners and the benefits. And so we're gonna have a dynamic kind of Airtable powered bot where people can see, here are all the partners, here are all the benefits and the perks. Like, for example, if you're an NFT holder and you connect your wallet to Asset Dash, you're an automatic gold member and you get all the gold member perks for just for holding an dePioneers NFT. People might not know that. So we're gonna have just one command so you can see all the perks really easily in Discord. They'll also display that on the website. And then we're gonna do the same thing for events. There's a ton of different DePIN events going on. We're gonna have one place where all the partners can log in with the password, so the links are secure and safe, no scammers. And you can upload a list of DePIN events and specifically dePioneer partner events, and just kind of one place. And also in the Discord, you can just type in the command events and you can see what's happening in the community. So those bots are coming. So Gunay, keep rocking. You're kicking ass, and thank you so much for our hard work.
Yeah, gosh, awesome, Gunay. Thank you so much. Love to have you. And then our third update. I guess we just went into this, but the Discord bot is live, right?
Yep.
So there you go. Give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So
one other kind of DePioneer related and DePIN related update. Let me just share my screen.
Well, we have one more after this.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got this one here. So our adoption is open until August 31st. So we still have minting available. I think we mentioned that last week. We originally had a July 17 mint ending day. Then there was some pre-buyer or some buyers who didn't realize that the mint was ending at that time. So we extended it to August, or we extended it and then we extended it further because there was still some more folks. We just want you to get your cats, like these kitties in homes. But this is going to be the last day, or this will be the end of it. So if you haven't finalized your minting, and your reserve cat hasn't been adopted, you're gonna lose your deposit on it. So please mint the kitty that you adopted. Or if you don't and you don't want it anymore, you got to get somebody else to adopt your cat. And then once they do, then you can get your refund back. So mint or get the word out that your cat's looking for a forever home.
Real quick, since this is a past slide, but I'm just going to address it real fast again. I mentioned it earlier, but maybe you didn't catch it. Yeah, we can't mine Aura on iOS. Let me go back to that real quick. There you go. Okay, yeah. So we can't mine Aura on iOS because Apple is not as friendly to mining crypto or doing on-chain transactions from iOS. And if we do that, there's pretty much a good chance that we'll get blocked. And we do not want to get blocked. It's not worth the risk. So it's better to just focus on allowing it for Android. And then when we're in a good place with our desktop apps, you can tap into the UpRock mining pool by being able to mine Aura through UpRock's native applications on Windows, Mac, and Linux. But first we need to get those apps out first before we actually add Aura to them. But Android is going to come. So I know it sucks if you're an iOS user, but it's just it's not worth the risk to lose distribution through the App Store. So we just can't do it. Yeah, and
that's a great thing about Android, because if all else fails, you can always turn on unknown sources and just download from our website if push comes to shove and we need to do something like that. So okay, and actually while we're back on this, let's just go back one more. We had another question about the DATS airdrop. Is there any way that I can see if I was qualified for the DATS airdrop? And at the risk of maybe upsetting Reka, I don't know, but we have this page already. We already had this design, so maybe we can bring this back, Reka. Let me know what you think. And then there we can say what your qualification status was, because we did say whether or not you were eligible.
Yeah.
So anyway, the team will get back on that. We'll talk about that and see how we could best put that interface in there for you to check to see what your status was.
Yeah, it's important that it's very clear that you're eligible and you got it. So I know we talked to the team and they have a long list of wallet addresses that are eligible. So we'll make sure you can check and make check, and then you'll see the tokens in your wallet. So
yeah. I just know that Reika is very, very busy, and I don't want to. I feel bad adding stuff on her plate, but I think that this would be, in my completely uninformed opinion, this might be easy to do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry about the jumping around, folks, but you guys had a lot of really great questions.
Yeah. Let me do one last thing for the dePioneer on. Let me share my setting screen. 1 second. This is a short one, but it just came out today. So entropy is a kind of entropy is like a meme. It's a meme and a DePIN project. So it's a fun experiment. And so they're a partner in the project, in the dePioneers project, and they're doing a special perk and a raffle for the dePioneer cat. So this just went out today, and they're offering 20 spots of dePioneers. Their current Discord is already locked down, so no one else can really join. This is the only way you can join today. There's no just walk-ins. So if you want to join, this is what you have to do. You have to hold a dePioneer Cats NFT, follow them, like and repost a post, tag 3 cats, and then you get one lucky winner gets an entropy miner. So we're going to have 20 spots offered to the Discord. The miners cost money, so you get 20 spots to get into even being able to buy one. And then they're gonna also give away one miner to one lucky cat. So you have 48 hours to enter this. It's at Just Entropy LOL, and it's a fun experiment. So check them out. They're trying to combine the qualities of a meme, which grabs a lot of attention, and then the DePIN aspects of being able to incentivize the community to combine the resources towards some collective goal. So anyway, check them out. Just Entropy LOL. 20 spots available. Here's your instructions, and one lucky winner gets an entropy miner.
There you go. Okay, great. All right, I think that's oh, Almighty Wolves is here. Where have you been, man? I haven't seen you. Well, at least you came in at the last minute. Better late than never, but good to see you. Almighty Wolves is one of our regulars, so it's always good to see the avatar. All right. I guess that's it. Folks, thanks for sticking around. We try to usually keep this to Merango, let's
Merango, why don't you if you have a chance to put on your camera for like 5 seconds, if you're still willing to do that, let's say hi, and then we'll sign off.
No, he's mining. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Good to see you, bud.
All right. Cheers. Okay.
Thanks so much for sticking around. I know we try to keep it 30 minutes, but we had a lot to talk about today. So yeah, thanks for sticking around and listen to us talk.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate all your community feedback, and we'll see you next week. Let's get back to work.
All right, back to work.
Hey guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Thanks again, Merango, for joining. Cheers.